Namaskar dear students, welcome to you our channel by Gulab Sir. As a part of series of lectures, we are going to begin new chapter, human excretory system or excretion of nitrogenous waste. In first video, we are going to understand about excretion by different kinds of organisms. So before starting process of formation of urine under the heading of excretory system, we have to learn about excretory system or different mode of excretion in different kind of organism. So as to, I have been prepared the chart to have understanding altogether about different type of organisms and their mode of excretion. What is excretion? It is the process of removal of nitrogenous waste. It is of different kind. That nitrogenous waste is of different type. On the basis of the types of nitrogenous waste, the mode of nutritions and type of excretions are as ammonotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic. So this nitrogenous waste is excreted in the form of ammonia, urea and uric acid. So those organisms who excrete these nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia are called ammonotelic. Those organisms which excrete their nitrogenous waste in the form of urea are called ureotelic, and those organisms which excrete nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid are called uricotelic. Now, what is important to understand under these three headings, why these three different mode of excretion in excretory system about different kind of organisms are, and why they are evolved to excrete this nitrogenous waste with different mode, because that their habitat, they are adapted with different kind of situations and different level of availability of water. Aquatic organisms, they are supposed to be adjust with excretion of ammonia, but terrestrial and that too group of organisms living in scarcity of water, they cannot, because to excrete the ammonia required lot of water. Why? Because ammonia is highly poisonous. As soon as it produces as a byproduct of metabolism of protein, it has to be removed immediately. To remove it immediately required lot of water. Is it so that terrestrial organism or organism living in scarcity of water can adjust? No. Therefore, those who are living in aquatic condition having plenty of water, they only can adapt it. So, those living in aquatic condition are these protozoans, poriferans, coelentrates, aquatic mollusks, crustaceans, insects, platyhelminthes, protochordate, bony fishes and aquatic amphibians, that they are living in water around. Therefore, plenty of water is available to have immediate excretion of this ammonia, and thereby this group is very different than that of this group. They are living in scarcity of water. They are living in moderate amount of water. Therefore, time to time that urea can be removed, because urea is less poisonous. Ammonia is highly poisonous. It cannot withstand in body, but urea can withstand for some time, and therefore time to time, after interval of time, this can be excreted. So group of organisms, those who are living in moderate amount of water, they are adapted for this, and these organisms are cartilaginous fishes, shark, amphibians, turtles and mammals. But those which are living in scarcity of water, they cannot afford to excrete ammonia and urea, because ammonia is very poisonous and urea is less poisonous, but uric acid is very least poisonous. Therefore, even if it is excreted after 8 days or many days, will not harm to the animal. And therefore, this organism living in scarcity of water, they have very less amount of water so as to remove this nitrogenous waste. They require more water for their body metabolism. So they have adjustment to excrete their nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid, and these organisms are known as uricotelic. They withstand this uric acid for prolonged duration along with excreta. They excrete out. That group of organisms are insect, reptiles, birds, land snails and crocodile. Although it lives in water, therefore it is uricotelic as well as ammonotelic. So birds, insects and reptiles, that they excrete their excreta, you would have observed that excreta of the bird and insect, it is brownish or whitish in color. because along with uric acid that excreta come out through cloaca. Yes, you did understand these three group of organisms on the basis of mode of excretion, that as a ammonia, urea and uric acid. Now, as a part of this video in continuation, that rest of the organism, what kind of excretory system that they are evolved with to have excretion of this nitrogenous waste, this question can be asked in NEET. Therefore, in the extension form of that three ammonotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic, we have to understand about their excretory organs. Now see here, excretion through body surface, who can? Unicellular organisms or very simple organisms which are not evolved with tissue level organization. They are cellular level organization. Therefore, protozoa, porifera and coelenterata, they have no organ system. They are simple. Therefore, their cells are directly in contact with surrounding. Therefore, by diffusion, that excretion of nitrogenous waste is possible. Therefore, excretion through body surface, since that body surface is in direct contact with surrounding. Hen cells were the first to evolve as excretory cells. In Platyhelminthes, they are also called as solenocytes. In Platyhelminthes, that solenocyte excrete nitrogenous waste, and they were the first cell to be evolved as a differentiation from rest of the cell as a excretory cell. Later, these plant cells modified into nephridia with many number of cells. Nephridia has nephrostome and nephridiophores. So protonephridia get modified into nephridia. So annelids, that they are evolved to have excretion through nephridia. Metanephridia in mollusks, green glands and antennal glands in crustacea like crab, prawn and crayfish. As well, this coxal gland, they are also belong to the insect. Spider is as having, and scorpion, that they have this coxal gland as an excretory gland. Malpighian tubules, insects, they have Malpighian tubules located in between midgut and hindgut. Around 160 to 70 Malpighian tubules that they excrete nitrogenous waste in insect. Nephrocytes in echinoderm, kidneys in vertebrates, especially bananoglossus, they have one gland that is called proboscis. It is as a like a head, it's also excretory organ. So in NEET, question can be asked either match the following or can be asked in any way that as an objective question. So please remember these organisms and their excretory organs along with proboscis of bananoglossus. I hope you did understand that what I did explain to you. This was a first part of these videos under the heading of excretory system. So we did understand three mode of nutrition as well as adaptation of different group of organisms. Along with that three mode of nutrition plus that excretory organs and animals which can be the part of your NEET examination. Therefore, please make a note of this. This will be available along with this video. Please find it when you see this video. I appeal you to like our channel and subscribe if you are new, as well as press bell icon to receive your notification as and when new videos are uploaded. Thank you. Enjoy the learning.